up there, guys and dolls? It's Dr. Sketch. Welcome back to the lab. I want to do this really quick video on this figure reveal just because I thought this figure was awesome. At first, I didn't like this figure, and I didn't want any part of this figure, didn't want to do anything with this figure. It actually kind of infuriated me, simply because I had kind of thought of this idea, and I didn't realize it was an idea already, but there was a two-toned Batman that I had thought of, like a Harley Quinn type Batman, and most of you know where I'm going with this at this point. If you have seen the Two-Face as Batman figure, okay, it is a two-tone figure, obviously, it's Two-Face, but it's Batman Two-Face, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. My son bought me this figure, and he bought it because it was, you know, relatively cheap, and he's like, Dad, I just want you to have this figure, this is awesome. And of course I'm referencing my son, Aquamike TV. He has a Lego channel, and he also has Aquamike Collects. Go check out his channel, Aquamike Collects. I will leave a link down in the description, so check out his channel because it's awesome. This figure I didn't want. Like I said, I didn't want any part of it, but it turns out that this figure is pretty stinking awesome, and for what I want it for, it serves the purpose. So he got this figure for me, and I'm greatly appreciative towards him. I mean, you know, of course he's my son. I'm gonna love anything he buys me. Because he doesn't have to do that. He's my kid. He doesn't have to buy my... Of course, I'm talking about a 19-year-old man. But at the same time, as a dad, you don't have to buy me anything. I'm just glad to have you as my kid. So, anyway, to fathers out there, you should be glad to have your kids, period. Shouldn't want anything out of life from them whatsoever, except for them being who they are. And as a dad, I want to say that to all of you who maybe don't have a father in your life. Not trying to replace your dad or anything, but I'm trying to tell you, as a dad, I appreciate you and am grateful for you, just for you being who you are. So if you needed to hear that, cool, you got it from me, Dr. Sketch. Just be who you are. I'm proud of you. Just be who you are. So anyway, this figure, let's go ahead and turn to it here. Let's get it done. So this figure here, if I can pull my camera down here, you know what? Let's go at a different angle. Okay, so here's the figure. It is the multiverse, DC multiverse, Two-Face as Batman. This figure, there's the side of the box here. Batman, it's from Batman Reborn. Two-Face is Batman. Here's the back picture art here. It's kind of cool. You know, the back picture art, it's kind of cool. It's Two-Face as Batman. You can see the Batcave penny here. It's all scratched up. That's Two-Face's. I think that's Two-Face's coin. Anyway, he's got the other side of this penny is a regular, and then this one, of course, is scratched up. That's the two sides of Two-Face. But anyway, this is the art. It's kind of cool artwork. Not sure if that's on the card or not. We'll find out. But here's the Batman, and we're going to open this up. We'll be right back. Okay, so here he is out of the box. It does look like the card is a piece of that artwork. It's only the Two-Face side. It's not him holding the Batman. It kind of looks like the card down here is the Batman. If you look at the art, you can see him holding the Batman's cape, like he just kicked the crap out of Batman. But the card, it only has the Two-Face on it. It doesn't show the Batman. So we didn't get the whole piece of artwork, but that's okay. That's alright. If you want to save this artwork here, just use a skill knife and you can just cut this out. And I'll probably do that just because it's a nice piece of art. And I like to do that. I like to keep the artwork if it's good artwork. If it's not just a picture of a figure, which I could do myself. So anyway, this is the Batman. This is the two-faced Batman. And as you can see, he's got that blue shading there, blue shading here. All in all, he's just a really cool looking figure. And again, I'm not going to hesitate to say I did not want this figure. I did not want this figure. When I seen the picture of it advertised, I was like, yeah, that's kind of lame. Why would I want that? That's kind of a stupid thing. But having it in my hand, and let's go ahead and take this guy out. I already cut the bands. Some of you like the satisfying sound, I guess, of the plastic crinkling. There you have it. So, whoa, okay, don't want to do that. Set the Batman up, maybe fight in the box here. Arrgh! Hate you, box! So anyway, we'll put him leaning up against the box. Meantime, we've got some extras here. Of course, we got your stand in the box to hold the figure up, which I am not doing right now, because you have to take the card out and the stand. It's sealed into the backing board there. So you've got two red hands, and it looks like they're fisted, maybe. Let's go ahead and take these out. So it looks like maybe you have an open hand here, or a partially open hand, like he's got a trigger finger. We'll show you that one. So he's got like a trigger finger, maybe holding a gun or a pistol. So that's one of his hands, and it looks like the hands are hand to peg. So the peg is in here, and then the hand's open to the peg. So you've got an open to peg hand, and this comes with two of those red ones in case you want the Red Fist. Red Fist. That sounds like a superhero. The Red Fist. Maybe it's because that's what is that? The Iron Fist, Marvel. So there's that. I don't know. The Red Fist might already be a thing, but if not, feel free to be awesome. Let's toss that packaging. So here's your other hand, your black hand, the Black Hand. That's part of Green Lantern Corps. So you've got this open hand. It's kind of one of those creepy hands, like like you would make. Give it to me, So you got kind of like the creepy black hand on that one. Again, these hands are open to peg. Open hand to the peg, so you just stick them right on the peg. Let's just set this guy down. I don't want to mess it up here. And then this one, of course, you got it closed. No, it's not a closed fist. My bad. So this is it's an open hand trigger finger too. This is the black one, so it's open hand trigger finger. We do not have the creepy black hand, the hand in the red. It's only available in the black hand. So here's the figure itself. Looks like the articulation's good. Actually really good in this figure. And all figures vary from store to store. It's part of the manufacturing process. Ankles, up and down, back and forth. Of course, they've got the toe. They got 22 points of articulation. I always have to show that to you guys. Most of McFarlane's figures do have the 22 moving parts, points of articulations. Okay? 12 plus, kids. 12 plus. The reason why they say that is because most of these are collector's figures. Not really a toy thing. You could play with these. These things are sturdy enough to probably play with. But honestly, what kid wants to play with a 7-inch action figure? Really? I mean, kids like, they like the vehicles and stuff that they can just slide the figures into. My son, my other son, my youngest, Caleb, he's really into the Imaginext stuff. Michael was too. Uncle Mike TV. He was into the Imaginext stuff too at one point, but he kind of gave it up for these 7-inch figures later on. But my son Caleb, he absolutely loves the Imaginext stuff. So, and then of course he's getting into the McFarlane Superpowers collection because you can fit those into vehicles. And when I was a kid, they had a Hall of Justice that you could buy. I don't have the Hall of Justice anymore. It either got stolen or I got rid of it or something happened to it. I don't know. When you're a kid, you got so many years and then toys just kind of vanish. But anyway, here he is. And like I said, 22 points of articulation. You've got the red and the black, the two sides of Two-Face. Here's his face. Okay, you got the kind of the gnarled look on this side. If you look at the detail on this thing's awesome detailed. And it kind of looks like, instead of ears, it almost looks like he's got horns. It almost looks like he's got horns, which is kind of a cool thing because he has a very jester feel to him. So you've got the Batman type side, and that's Two-Face. But that's pretty cool. I mean, that red Batman look. That's pretty neat right there. The red Batman. And then you got the other side. Well, hello, Batman. I'm not Batman. I'm you. You need to stop this. Says who? Says me. That's who. You need to stop. But anyway, I'll stop playing with toys right now. It's kind of the point, isn't it, though? Honestly, I mean, we're playing with toys. So anyway, here he is. His head looks like it's all one piece. You've got the head and the neck is all one piece. Let me see how easy it is to take this off. Hold on. Okay, shoot, I just broke it. That's right, folks. This happens. I just broke the peg inside. Okay, so here's the peg for this figure. And I tried to take it out without heating it up, without warming it up. Learn from my mistake. Because this is all one unit, you can see this is all one unit. I broke the peg. There's a ball in there with the peg, and I broke the peg. So, this is all one unit, the head and the neck. And then it fits in here. And you can see that I busted that peg, so I'm going to have to Loctite that baby. Or maybe I put some liquid plastic on it. That would probably be better. I'll heat it up, put some liquid plastic. But now I have a headless Two-Face Batman that I can show you. Let's put his head down here because I broke it. So this is headless Two-Face Batman. Or rather, headless Two-Face Batman without his face. And the cape's two-toned. And it's stuck on there by heat, if you can see that. You got the two-tone belt, and it is separate. You cannot take this off without maybe cutting it off. I don't suggest that, but I'm talking about the customizers here. You know, I talk to customizers as well. So the bat symbol, it's plastic and it's on there. Maybe if you heat it up, you might be able to get that off if you wanted to. But the belt is like a TPU plastic. Maybe you could cut down the middle if you're a customizer. You could cut down the middle right here in between the black and the red once you've heated it up, and it will just come right off, I think. Yeah, it feels like it's going to come right off. He's got this interesting little coin in his hand, if you can see that. He's got this coin in his hand. Now the other hands do not have that coin. So this hand has the coin. It would have been kind of cool if it had like a face or something on it, but I don't know, maybe if you wanted to customize it, you can do that. So there he is. The cape is a stiff, like a TPU rubber cape. You know, there you go. But all in all, besides, you know, him being headless now, it's a cool figure. It's a really neat figure. Like I said, the face is, the sculpt is pretty amazing. But yeah, now he's headless. So that's how we like to keep it here in the lab. We like to keep it real and show you sometimes things break. That's just the way it goes. Sometimes I use these little plastic beads. You heat these up. Let me see if you can see this thing here. Where we at? Okay, so this is just a little plastic bead. It's like a little piece of rice, and you heat these up. I usually use a heat gun. You don't have to. You can use like a lighter, or just be careful when you do that. Again, not a kid thing. This is an adult thing. You know, make sure the adults, if you're a kid and you want to customize and you want to play with these plastic beads, one, don't eat them. Don't put them in your mouth. Two, let an adult melt them for you. Okay. So I'm going to show you real quick on this block here that I made, and we can show you real quick how easy these things melt. And they might blow off here, I'm just letting you know. I'm going to get this thing all hot. And they did. Because they're like little pieces of rice. So let me see maybe if I can get... I have this metal bread pan here. And what we'll do is just grab a few grains of these. Maybe I can show you the process here. Maybe. We'll find out. Okay, it looks like I got them hot enough to stick. So these are the same beads. And if you can see there, this is getting really hot. Now they're melted. So now you've got this little piece of goo. This is all from those beads. It's just a little piece of goo and it stretches. You can mold it, put it back in a ball, and they dry relatively quickly. Let me show you real quick, because you can always take this stuff off. You can reheat it or whatever, and it melts back on. Let me see real quick if I could show you. There we go. Now he's got his head back. How about that? So once this dries, once this plastic dries, you can move this head. See, you can move this head back and forth. Once the plastic dries. It's not all the way dry. As you can tell right there. Get that in focus. See, the plastic's still drying. But put this in here, and it will seal to that plastic, and then you'll have a movable head again. So this stuff is pretty neat. It really is, and I use this a lot to customize figures. And I wanted to show you guys this real quick. I printed this off. I 3D printed this off the other day. It was I just printed off the skull. Get that in focus, man. This thing's hard to focus. I 3D printed off the skull, and it came with this little. Someone had designed the skull with this jester hat, and then I 3D printed this pole, and then here's the little bottom jester mace, and I was just going to put this in Batface's hands. So now he looks kind of like a jester. So you've got Bat Jester, or Batface, and I'm going to put him with my dark side, because I have a dark side throne room, and I'll show that to you guys too later. But I have a dark side throne room. I'm going to put him in there as like the court jester for dark side. I thought that was appropriate because he's Two-Face. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, we're going to take care of the head. We're going to take care of that. But yeah, those little plastic beads are great, and you can use those. But sometimes crap happens and things break. That's just the way it goes. But anyway, this has turned into a 5-minute video, and I wanted it to just be a relatively short video. about getting, showing you guys this Two-Face's Batman. It's just awesome, so don't avoid the figure. Go for it, but don't be like me and try to pop off his head without heating that thing up. You want to heat that thing up before you pop it off, because it will break. As you can see, that peg broke if you just try to pop it off while it's cold. Don't do that. And a lot of figures you don't want to do that too, because they will break the pegs. Those pegs are not, they're not the most sturdy. The smaller you make plastic, the more unsturdy it is. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, thanks for stopping by the lab. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. And don't forget to hit that notification bell if you're interested in receiving notifications when I do my new videos. And share the video. That's very important, because if you get the word out to your friends, and your friends go, oh man, I checked out that Dr. Sketch channel, he's pretty cool, man, I like some of the stuff that he's doing. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the crud out of this with your friends. Thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you, as always, for stopping by the lab. God bless.